May profits be upon you. Welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. Hey, I just got back from holiday in Dominican Republic. I had a great time, but I am glad to be back. I appreciate that you guys were asking, "Where are you? Where are you at?" or whatever, because I haven't been posting. It's because I've been on holiday, and I want to thank you for your patience and waiting for something to come out and let's just get back to business. Why don't we? Now, we're looking at the Euro USD. I've already put out my analysis for the US dollar just before this video. Please make sure you go and check that, right? On the monthly, on the Euro USD, let me let you know straight up, I am bearish in this market. I am bearish in this market because I think the US dollar is going to gain strength and that's going to drag the Euro down. All right, you can see this high was never taken out. It was never beat, but the lows, you can see obviously that these lows were taken out, right? The high was remained protected, and then we have a new low. Once it broke structure to the downside, we have a new low, but it did not take the high was never taken out. The high was never taken out. All right, price pulled back. All right, and you can see these highs are starting to form a trend. All right, and it's only I only mark these trend lines to mark structure. Okay, not to look for entries and exits at trend lines. I'm looking for structure points. All right, and those help me to make decisions because if other traders are respecting this line, this arbitrary line that we just draw on these things, if people, other traders, and institutional traders, smart money is respecting that line, then it becomes something that we could use to help make informed trading decisions. That's all I'm saying. All right. Let's see. So we see the market went sideways here. All right. Swept the low of this consolidation, and then you see it popped up and took out the highs as well, but we did not take out this protected high. So with that in mind, I'm thinking that this market is going to be heading down. Look how strong this bearish candle is for a monthly candle. This monthly candle is going to close in 2 days, right? So it's likely to close similar to where it's at right now, similar to these levels. All right. And we may see a pullback. All right. Because we did take out a low. What is this doing here? All right. We did take out a low here. Right. And when you take lows, you might, because there's liquidity there, you might see the market pull back. Okay, is it? And you see there's some rejection going here after this low was taken, but I do think we're going to be heading towards these lows. All right, I think there's a lot of bearish momentum in that, and we're probably going to see some bearish displacement on the lower time frames inside of this candle. Let's move down here to the weekly candle, the weekly time frame. And what you can see on a weekly basis, you see the momentum here. Boom, boom. And then we see 2 weeks ago, the market push up. And then we see what's happening here. Let's take a close look at that. Can I kick it? Yes, I can. All right. It's not doing what I expected to do right now. I'm not sure why. I'm supposed to be able to pull this thing. This is embarrassing. That's what it is. It's embarrassing. Hold on. Let me see if I can get out of this thing. I don't understand why it's not doing what it's supposed to do. All right, let me get out of this. Tell you what. We'll go here. Now, yeah. All right. Can't do it with the pointer on. All right. So let me get my pointer back. I'm sorry about that, folks. All right. So we see good bearish momentum here. We took out a very important candle here. Why is that candle important? Because it was a strong institutional kind of candle. This took billions and billions of dollars to move like that and to close like this. This is smart money. It took out the high of this consolidation. We didn't trade past that high. All right, we didn't. I mean, it didn't close past that high. It swept it, took out all of those people who are in early shorts. Right, took them all out, took out their stop losses. Now we move short. Right, and we're coming towards this low here, the low of this consolidation. Now, the 2 weeks ago we closed bullish as the market pulled back, probably because we took out these lows, but this important break. This is a market structure shift. This is indicating a market structure shift there. And I'll be looking for a pullback after a market structure shift to take lows, to take shorts. Look at this. You see how uh, this past week closed bearish, but it took out the high of the previous week. All right, swept that liquidity. That means it has less of a reason to go up higher, quite possibly to this fair value gap here. It's a bearish fair value gap there that could draw price higher for sure. It could. All right, there is that potential, but that probability starts to lessen, starts to reduce when there is some liquidity taken out prior. All right, so the market closed on the way down. I think in this three candle configuration here, is going to lead is bearish and is going to lead to more declines in the price as the U.S. dollar gains strength to the downside. It's going to drag the euro USD down. Okay, but I love the fact that it broke. Sorry, come on, man. Broke this uh, that low there. That is a shift in the market from bullish to bearish, and we could see that, before I saw this, I would say look for a pullback, and then we'll see the market continue, because that's what smart money does. That's what smart money traders do. We wait for pullbacks. We don't start looking for shorts here once it breaks. We don't start looking for shorts here once it breaks structure, or you see the, a change in the state of delivery or change in character. No, we wait for the pullback, and that is the better move to take. And it went up into this rejection block here with this candle, and you see the sweep, and then we're moving down. I'm looking for more bearish movement to the downside to take out this low on the way down to here. Now there's a rejection area here, and there's a rejection area here. So these are the areas. If you're going to take shorts, this is where you want to say you want to take some profit, because you don't know if it's going to make it past this area or past this area. You don't know. All right. So let me get back over here. Boom. Right. And if we go to the daily, you can see uh 3 days, 1 2 3, look how they all fell so nice to the downside, just fell. Right, price did pull back, up. Come on, man, what are you doing? Price pulled back up and then started to push down. All right, so I like this. I like this as a move. Look how it's going into hard into that wick. You know how I like to look at the 50%. Did not give a close past that 50% yet, but we still see the momentum. I like this to the downside, folks. I do. All right. Be prepared, though. Be prepared. If it doesn't take out this low Monday, Tuesday, if it doesn't take out that low Monday, Tuesday, it's probably going to go up here for another sweep, possibly to sweep that. All right. Because up here, is the what do you call it? Or imbalance. All right, this is the imbalance up here. All right, we take out this high and tap that. It would make sense. It would make sense. The probability of that though, uh, uh I I don't I'm not so sure on that, because we're already testing. We're already testing that low, that important low here, the market structure shift. All right, we're pulled up, and then you see 3 days of bearish price action. This looks like we're heading down towards this low here. That's what it looks like to me. Okay, and again, I am bearish in this market, but I am going to be prepared. I'm going to stay flexible. All right, if the market decides it wants to come back up and tap into uh, this area of fair value here, a bearish area of fair value, that'd be fine with me. It would have to take out this high, but this looks to me that we will be heading down lower come Monday, Tuesday. All right, we'll see. We'll see about that. Now let me get back to what I was doing, and boom. All right, yeah. So I am bearish in this market, folks, and I believe we're going to see that bearishness continue from last week. Let me put an arrow on this. All right, and I think we're heading towards the low here as a target, sell side liquidity target. Okay, that's where I'm at right here. Here's the first. Here's the first target, and then we'll be coming towards this one here after that, like I have here on the weekly. Okay, I hope this is easy for you to grasp. I want to make sure that you go and check out the U.S. dollar analysis that I put out before this video. The one that I'm going to put out next is for the pound USD, very similar to the euro USD. Let me break it down for you, all right, for your information, and let's get back to business. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. May profits be upon you.